Hey guys, we're here with Herb, Dweebo, and Gina, and I'm holding the camera because we're trying this a little bit different. And it's a pain in the ass to set it up in that room. But we're going to talk about some movies we've seen recently. Yeah. So Gina, you're in charge of the list to name some of the movies. So what's the first movie?
You have very poor handwriting.
And you want to show it?
I can. It's like scribbly scrabble.
I know.
Scribbly. Look at that one down there.
Oh. Well, what's the first movie, Gina?
It would be. Let's see if he spelled it right.
Let's see.
Change Up.
Change Up. In other words, just all people in fake nudity and CGI boobs and nipples.
Yeah, CGI. Basically. For some reason, nobody in that movie wanted to do nudity or anything.
Yeah. But they had like fake breastplates on.
Yeah, they had everybody naked, but not really naked.
And the wife that was breastfeeding had a breast like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, real perky.
Yeah, but it was ridiculous.
She was supposed to be breastfeeding. It was ludicrous.
And the whole thing, they had everybody, with the fake nudity. They had this porn star with like
was she fake?
Everything was fake. It was all CG nudity.
Why?
There was a butt near the end. It was Olivia Wilde. That was
Why did they have it fake?
I don't know what was going on. If anyone who made the movie sees this, what's your reasoning behind this? I mean, I think it's better just to say, listen, here's a little extra money, get naked. Yeah. Because would you really, if you were going to do naked, Gina, in a movie, would you really want to show fake nudity like that?
Yes.
What about you, Herb? Would you rather show your peen or a fake peen?
I get like Ron Jeremy.
I get a peen double. See, that's how they should have done it the old school way with body doubles. But instead of these fake...
There weren't any male nudity. It was all women.
Yeah, but they're
Ron Jeremy. But let's just say Ryan Reynolds wore a lot of raincoats and windbreakers for some reason, and it was in Atlanta, Georgia, which I'd imagine would be pretty warm. But
I don't know. But the movie though was basically those two characters switch places, and Ryan Reynolds is like a guy who doesn't do anything at home.
Jason Bateman, or wait, is that his name?
Bateman.
Jason Bateman, yeah, he admitted how crappy it was.
I thought it was kind of funny, but it wasn't.
Was 18%.
Yeah, it had some funny gags in it.
Why do they always have to have doo-doo like on their face?
Like go into his mouth in the first 2 minutes, like from a baby.
I'm tired of that doo-doo stuff.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like Prom Child kind of gross.
No, but they had that in that other one too.
Yeah, with that other one. She said you have a little poo on your face.
Yeah, I know. There seems to be a lot of sheet jokes.
Yeah. No, in the real movie it was like. It was the real.
The movie though is definitely like a C movie. You know what I mean? It's funny. I'm not gonna. There are funny parts.
Entertainment Weekly gave it a C+.
There are some funny parts.
I think that was about
right. Yeah.
And then what's the next movie on the list, Gina?
Oh, let's see if I can say. Friends with Benefits.
Oh my God, garbage. Oh, Woody Harrelson as a homosexual was the funniest part about it. But besides that.
Well, I've liked Woody Harrelson forever, since Kingpin,
Natural Born Killers.
Justin Timberlake.
Mila Kunis.
You see, Ethan, you were, Dweebo, your stage name, you were really against that movie. I didn't see any problem with it. I thought it was fine.
So flash of the pan, been done so many times, just like the other one.
What do you think of it, Gina? I thought it was okay.
I don't even remember.
See Going the Distance. That was funnier.
Those two
it's
dating.
It's blanked out of my mind already.
All right. I guess there's not much to say on that one. Then
I didn't even go.
You didn't go.
I was working on a project.
You had paperwork and all this crap. What's the next one?
Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling said that came up with that title because they couldn't figure one out for months on end. They had like a competition in the studio.
Okay, Dweebo, all right.
So that's why it was crazy and
he would drive home after all these bad movies and blab on and on.
I'm sorry, this has been a summer since
blab
Super 8. There hasn't been many winners really in my book.
I thought it was. What are you doing? Cutting a fart?
No, I'm not farting. I'm just adjusting myself.
Okay, nuts?
Let's talk about this one.
You got some big nuts.
First of all. Julianne Moore
didn't go. Working.
She played. She said she was 44.
She
is
not look
44.
young enough to be Steve Carell's wife. I'm sorry.
Well, then he had an older wife.
No, they went to high school and they were the same age.
They were in high school together and loved each other since high school.
I know.
Unless she dropped out or quit.
The funniest scene. There's no spoilers in this. The funniest scene was when Ryan Gosling, who's a fashionista, takes them out shopping.
Yeah, but you don't want to ruin things. But basically,
I'm not ruining anything.
How could you ruin that?
No, I know. Lulu's back there peeking. She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
What does he say? He just says "Oh, are you Steve Jobs? Then take off those New Balance. No one can wear."
But in the movie, it was like Julianne. What's her name?
Julianne
Moore and Steve Carell,
babysitter.
and they're getting, divorced or separating. So Steve Carell tries to go out and try and get a lot of
It
chicks.
felt like a poor man's American Beauty at some points because it had the same babysitter was obsessed with him.
That's what he does. Like
Another one was
anytime
obsessed with
he
the
sees
one.
a movie, he refers to it as that. Like he
I
referred
refer to something great that came before.
No, but I agree. If you want to see Julianne, go to something better, or rent or go to the Red Box and get something like Boogie Nights. Or
that's funny.
She's great. She's great.
or short cuts and see nudity. Yeah. The
Or
famous nude
If
scene.
you like
Or
that
Chloe.
fish belly white
No,
skin
that's the
on
famous
her.
nude. That's one of the most famous nude
It
scenes.
may
Short
be,
cuts.
but that redhead pissed the bed.
Oh,
I like that redhead freckle.
Lula's back there like,
fish belly white.
What the fuck's going on over there?
She's perched up there.
They get talking about getting rid of me?
So what's the next movie? Since that movie didn't go over too well.
Cowboys and aliens.
No, out of all those other flash of the pan ones, I'd say Crazy Stupid Love had the most heart to it, and it was decent as a thing, but it felt like other things.
Now, Cowboys and Aliens we saw at the new Cinemax. Is that the no? What's it called?
Sinopolis.
Sinopolis.
Just think like cinema. Sinopolis.
Sinopolis.
Cowboys and Aliens is regarding Henry and Star Wars
Spell
and everything.
Sinopolis.
I don't know how. Well,
Come on, you
Mr.
try.
Harrison Ford, and it was him and the new James Bond, and they were fighting all these aliens out west, and
yeah, but the new James Bond, Daniel Craig had that thing on his wrist.
Right.
That thing that you
that
know how
had
it
been
got
put
there.
on from the abduction before.
And the great guy from Moon was in it too.
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell and
Rockwell.
Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob,
Yeah.
and Carnival,
Yeah.
and Pet Cemetery
and
2.
the kid from Little Miss Sunshine and There Will Be Blood.
Stop bullying me, Daniel. That
And
one.
He's like, wait.
That one,
I think it might have been the Deadwood set.
It looked a little like that, but no. But you know what? I really liked it, and I like westerns. It was a good cowboy movie, and instead of having like Indians,
We had Indians
They did.
too.
yeah, but I
Indians,
mean they weren't the real enemy compared to
No.
aliens.
Kinda in the beginning.
Sort of.
Well, they helped, they helped.
And
the
we might have liked that
Cowboys.
movie more because we were sitting back like
Yeah,
in
but
the
you know
BJ
what?
seats.
Reclining
It
chairs, yeah.
had a real old school man's man, John Wayne kind of.
I don't
cool
like
charm.
those kind.
Yeah,
But
but you
with
like
the
them.
science fiction.
It was
How could you
alright.
go wrong
Oh.
with those two?
All I
I don't
have
like
to say
aliens.
is someone must have been in that, who greenlit that was definitely watching some old episodes of Unsolved Mysteries because the abduction scene was so much like that from like 10 years ago. It was funny.
I see her. Now you got two other movies that you saw together that I didn't see.
Terri.
Terry
That was a real
great.
art house kind of thing.
Art house.
And
Sean couldn't go to it.
Sean couldn't go
Yeah.
because it was too
Too
close
close
to
to
home.
But
Yeah.
it was, of
Remember?
course, he's great in Tim and Eric and all the, what's his name,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know the lead was really great.
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly, yes.
Yeah.
He was the guidance counselor.
And then what was the other movie you saw?
Yeah,
Well,
but
let's
you're not
talk about
finished
that.
talking
Oh,
about
all
that.
It's
right.
about this kid.
Let me move this. There's a shine from this that's pissing me
He
off.
lives with his grandfather, right?
Yeah,
And
his
he-
grandfather was sick. He had like Alzheimer's.
Yeah, and
Just
kid
sort of
had to take
care
care
of
of
he's
him.
a real, he's a big boy, and he's like 16 in high school. He's decided to wear pajamas every day to school, and he's real to himself and shy around other people, and he's in love with this one girl there. And it's about him sort of becoming his own person, but also sort of some demons within him coming out, like that whole wanting to trap all the rats and kill.
Well,
these-
Dweebo, you're talking on your ass off today. Normally you don't say a word.
No,
Well, that's
it
the
was
thing
a good.
people are like,
that was
what,
one of
yeah.
the movies that he really liked.
I
And
really
it really
liked
was a
that.
good
It was-
movie. It's an art house movie. You may have trouble
Had a
finding
gummo
it.
vibe.
It's not going to be every place, but if you miss it in the theater,
Put me down!
it's one you should probably.
Put me down!
It's one you should probably.
Yeah, you've got to look out for that one.
It's-
Maybe on Netflix
it's a good
eventually.
Lulu, what are you doing? And what?
What's attention?
And what was the last movie?
A Better Life, which you said he's from Weeds, was the father.
Better Life was great, and if you don't understand what it's like with immigration,
And gardeners
and
and all of that.
the whole vibe between California and Mexico, it's a great movie to watch. Yeah, and the guy that was the lead in it was the villain, the bad mafioso, Mexican mafioso that was the mayor in Weeds. And boy, had he dressed down for this part. I mean, he had like a half-growth beard, and he was a gardener, and he was trying to get a better life for his son. And, maybe you wouldn't get it as much. I don't know that I would have gotten it if I had, like, lived, and stayed in Baltimore.
We have our own A Better Life.
We do. We have our gardener is just like this guy, and I get it. So, but
their truck is the most important thing. And
it's an excellent.
It really makes you feel for that whole kind of
excellent movie
class
that did not get enough attention. Now, everybody that reviewed it loved it, but it's
too small.
It's not going to get everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Is that all you want to say on these things?
Yeah.
Any other final words?
We're not talking
I'm looking
about
forward to seeing The Help because I love the book. I hope it's going to.
Yeah.
And we did like the Rising Planet of the Apes.
So we reviewed that. You saw that earlier.
Yeah,
that was really good.
So I guess that's all to say here. I guess you guys can get out of here now.
Do we have anything else to say about Sean?
No.
Pick on him or anything?
I don't know what
Tease
to pick
him?
on him for.
Back in the day, he used to.
He's got a pimple in his ear.
Oh yeah.
All right,
He's got a pimple in his ear that's hurting him.
Okay.
He's got to soak that in some
I'll see you all later then.
All
right.
All right. See you later.